Hello and welcome to Flying Bobbins. I'm Liz and this month I am going to be making the Zadie Jumpsuit by Paper Theory Patterns. This is such a popular pattern. Everyone's making the Zadie, especially for this time of year as we get into the summer. It's a very easy, relaxed style, fairly easy to make. It comes up together really quickly once you get going, and extremely easy to wear. So the Zadie is by Paper Theory Patterns. It is a jumpsuit, so an all-in-one. You just simply pull it on, tie it round so it wraps over at the front. You've got a little belt loop to pass your belt through, and it's got a bound neck edge. There's no facings, there's no interfacing, there's no buttons, there's no zips. What's not to love? It's a really quick and easy make. It suits loads and loads of different fabrics. So I have made my Zadie in this beautiful viscose linen fabric, which has a washed finish, so it's almost a bit like a crepe effect. Just the right weight, just the right drape for this project. So I'm really pleased with how this fabric has come out. But you could also make this in a printed fabric. You could use a satin, you could use any kind of linen, cotton or linen viscose blend, a crepe, you could use a printed viscose as long as it was heavy enough for the trouser part of it. But it really is one of those projects that you can make again and again in different fabrics to give you different effects. There's one styling choice with this pattern, which is whether you're going to make it sleeveless or with a long sleeve. So the sleeve simply grows on. It's not a complicated set-in sleeve. It's obviously, you can see here you have a dropped shoulder, and so the sleeve just grows on from there. So very easy to construct if you do want to add a sleeve. I love the sleeveless look, especially for the summer, but definitely you could add a sleeve to that as well. Now the pattern itself is for a 3/4 length trouser leg. I did lengthen mine and I've gone for kind of the ankle length so I can wear it with my flat shoes without getting tripped over or getting soggy trouser hems, but I do prefer more of a full length leg rather than a 3/4 length, just because I'm slightly shorter. I find that that elongates my shape a little to go for the full length, so I added some into the trouser there. So like I say, very versatile style. I'm sure if you make this you'll be wearing it all summer long. You can dress it up, dress it down, wear it every day, or kind of wear it for date night or a family outing as well. The Paper Theory pattern goes from a size 8 up to a size 28, and that is a bust measurement of 80 centimetres up to 142 centimetres, or 31.5 inches up to 56 inches. So it has a really broad size spectrum. Now I measured myself, and having looked at lots of different blogs on this pattern, I realised that it does come up large. That's what everyone's sort of saying. I came between a size 8 on the bust, a 10 on the waist and a 12 on the hips, which is very typical for me. But looking at the finished garment measurements, I realised that was going to be quite roomy with quite a lot of ease built in. So I ended up making a size 6 on the top and then grading that to a size 8 at the waist and hips. So I did a 6 on the top, 8 waist and hips, which is typically 1.5 sizes under what I was measuring up for, up to 2 sizes under what I was measuring up for. So I would say it's a good idea to look at the finished garment measurements that they give you with this pattern, hold that tape measure around your body and just check on how that fit is, because you probably might need to go down a size. If you're quite into the kind of oversized look, and that's what this is designed for, then go with your size that you measure up as, but just be aware that there's loads of ease built in, and it's meant to be one of those ultra comfortable, ultra oversized styles. And if you're a bit more petite like me, you might find that drowns you, so you might want to go down a size or 2 there, but just check those finished garment measurements and that will really help you out. Now the other thing that people talk about is the rise. This has a very low, relaxed rise. I did actually shorten my rise by 1 centimetre front and back. I probably could have shortened it by a bit more actually, but just do bear in mind that you want to be able to walk and stride, you want to be able to sit down, you don't want that rise to be too tight to make it uncomfortable, so don't go crazy reducing the rise. But having said that, you probably, if you've got sort of fairly flat tummy, fairly flat bottom and a typical height, you might want to just reduce that rise. If you have a rounded bottom and a rounded tummy, then you might find that the rise is perfect for you. But just do look at the measurements and measure them up against yourself and just check where that rise is sitting on you, because the design, this lovely design that the designer has made, she has made it with a lower rise, just to give that more relaxed look. But for some people, you might find that rise is a little bit too long for comfort, so you might want to shorten the rise a bit, and I do go into that in my video. So the other thing worth mentioning on the rise, if you're taking space out of the rise, then you may want to then add that back onto the leg length. Otherwise, of course, the more that you shorten the rise, you're going to shorten the overall leg length of the trouser, so you need to bear that in mind too. Now, talking about the trouser, I mentioned this before, I did add some length to the trouser as well because I wanted it to be full length or ankle length on me as opposed to pedal pusher length, because I just prefer that elongated look. I would 100% recommend you making the Zadie Jumpsuit by Paper Theory Patterns. It is a thoroughly enjoyable make. It has everything you need, it's easy to wear, and you can make it again and again in lots of different fabrics. You could even make a shorts version for a little beach romper suit to wear over your swimming costume. There's just so much you can do with this pattern. So if you fancy making the Zadie jumpsuit, then I will be featuring this as my sew along of the month in the Flying Bobbins Sew Along Club. And to find out more, I will pop a link to the Sew Along Club in the comments below. So this full sew along will be available as of from the 1st of May 2024. And you can get this as part of your Sew Along Club membership if you join at any time from April 2024 or May 2024. Beyond then, you'll be able to purchase it as one of my many sew-alongs that I offer at flyingbobbins.com. So that said, if you've bought the Zadie, well done. It's a fantastic pattern. I hope you enjoy making it. And like I say, if you do want a bit of help and you want to sew along with me, then the full sew along is available now.